Earlier, I feel like my mental health has currently hit a rock bottom. I did a very big thing on Saturday. I told my very close friend and best friend Rax about my mental health. I sort of opened up to him about my problems and issues and things that I've had going on in my life and whatnot. And honestly, I wasn't the most confident to do it because I wasn't sure how he'd react or how he'd take it. But then I sort of just came out and said it, and I explained to him what was going on. He was surprisingly understanding and he gave some decent advice. And he said that, your real life friends will always be there for you. He said if you were dying in a hospital, me and your other real life friend, Zach, we would always be there for you. We would come straight away. And it's true. And I guess what I'm trying to say is definitely value your friends. Your friends are real ones. Definitely value your friends and make sure you treat them with respect, and don't take them for granted. And sometimes treat them to stuff because they deserve it, because they've been more good to you than you know. We often don't realize it, but our friends, our good friends, close friends, they've had our back more than sometimes any family member could ever have, And I guess, life gets tough when you reach this age, when you become like, when you're a young adult and stuff. I don't even know if I'm a young adult anymore, but because I'm 24, but you start to have these things like stresses, anxieties, and whatnot. They all start to come together, based on your past experiences and your current experiences in your life. They sort of come together and they sort of cause you to have all these things, sort of overthinking, anxieties, and whatnot. And as an adult, you got to find ways to manage it. And it gets really tough sometimes, and it's really hard. But the most important thing is taking action, recognizing that you have, rather than just isolating, and shutting yourself away. Even though it's hard, the most important thing for you to do is to acknowledge those problems and start taking steps towards fixing them. Whatever you have to do, whether you need to give yourself space from other people, whether you need to, use social media and the internet more, go out less, go out more, indulge in your hobbies, seek professional help, seek medical help or whatever it is that you need to do. The most important thing is taking action because your problems won't be solved unless you take action to try and fix those things. And as hard as it gets, I've managed to keep myself together. And you know what they say, you didn't come this far only to come this far. You made it through some of your worst days to get to today, and you didn't come this far only to come this far. That is the quote, right? So yeah, so whatever's going on in your life, just keep hanging on, keep going, keep pushing forward. Make sure it's summer days, make sure you're taking care of yourselves and drinking plenty of liquids and fluids, Make sure you sleep properly. Sleep schedule is super important. Having a good sleep schedule, and also eat properly. Make sure you're eating how you should be, taking the medications that you need to take, and just perform uh, better self care. We all need to do better at self care because when we sort of start lacking in our self care, that's when our mental health starts to deteriorate. When we start neglecting our self care and stuff. And honestly, I'm taking steps towards sorting myself out. I've acknowledged the things going on in my life, and I'm gonna sort myself out. If you don't act now, then what's it? You'll be stuck the way you are. If you want change, you have to make that change happen by taking action. And I guess I'm just rambling. I don't want to say too much because it's difficult for me to say stuff out loud. But yeah, I think it's important to talk about these things from time to time. And I think it's important not to ignore the subject of mental health, even though June is over. June, which is Men's Mental Health Month. We shouldn't stop talking about these things. We should keep it going.